joining us for another episode of Careers at JLL with Trish Gordon. I'm here with my guest, Jacob Bautista, and he is the finance lead for JLL Business Services in Manila. Thank you, Jacob, for being with us today.
Thank you, Trish, for having me here.
And so, Jacob, tell me a little bit more about what you do at JLL.
So currently, I am the finance lead for JLL Business Services Manila. I joined in 2018, so basically providing finance support to the local leadership teams, doing financial planning and analysis, budgeting, forecasting, and a little bit of controllership. So that is my prime duty that I do in Business Services Manila.
What's the acronym for JLL Business Services?
So JLL Business Services Manila, we called it JBS in our
JBS.
organization. And right now we have four center of excellence. So one in Manila, we also have in Gurugram, India, and Dalian, China, and Warsaw, Poland.
And so within JBS, I understand that we are talking about finance, financial planning and analysis, cost management, and controllership all around commercial real estate. Is that right?
Yeah, and apart from that, aside from the finance and accounting work that is uh, present in JBS, we also do human resource support, like for example, payroll or getting into uh, ticketing cases. We also do like list administration. We also do customer service, voice support, and technology support. So actually, there are a lot of, if I may call it, support roles that is sitting in respective JPS centers that's helping out the entire JLL organization internally and ultimately the clients.
Wow, it's great to have that. And
Yeah.
thank you for leading and being a part of JLL for such a long time to allow the business to build. So thank you for doing that, Jacob. So that means that people coming from all different fields of study could really be a part of the JBS organization, right?
Yes, absolutely. So
Wow.
it's a right now it's in Manila. It's a diverse set of professionals that we have in the center. And just to add, we also created this resource management team that allows us, to create a pool of talents that essentially building a proactive pipeline so that when the growth comes into the center, there is a steady uh, set of resources that can join different teams within the center. And what it means to the talent, to the potential talent is uh, the opportunity to work with us despite having a different, experience or coming from a different industry that wants to try real estate, because internally we created this learning and development programs that to make sure that once they are in with us, we are confident that they can do the job after getting into those learning and development programs.
So what are the future growth opportunities within that segment at JLL?
So the potential is really positive, given the direction that the JLL organization is heading into, wherein there is a need for support services like this to be consolidated in the center of excellence, if I may call it, and build capabilities across those locations, which allow us as JLL organizations to maximize and work effectively and efficiently by doing process improvements, automation, and putting the right talent into the place.
So speaking of talent, what kind of skills are beneficial in a job like this?
Well, I think apart from the technical skills that required to perform the duties, one attribute would be is the agility, wherein especially now that the business services is navigating, operating post pandemic, the kind of talent that we are getting in our organization, how somehow agile in, especially in dealing with hybrid working in our organization, and that drives not only flexibility towards the kind of work that they deliver, but at the same time on how they collaborate with their respective peers.
Wow. So you have to be very flexible then.
Right, right.
Just
Yeah.
like the post you have behind your head there, it talks about being responsive to change.
So, so very up actually. As we trying, stepping out, or trying to live, see a normalcy beyond COVID-19, wherein the ways of working is being now discovered again, or if I may call it, being reshaped again. And I think for a resource to thrive in JLL organization is really to have that kind of, agility or flexibility to adapt to the change as we find the right, reasonable workplace solutions in driving our goals.
So, what's the best part of your job, Jacob?
Well, the best part of my job is actually, especially in JLL, is allowing us to collaborate. Nowadays, it's no longer limited just to a face-to-face interactions, but also, putting it in a hybrid perspective in engaging with our colleagues across the globe.
Tell me a little bit more about what working at JLL means to you, Jacob.
Well, working with JLL to me is it gives me a sense of purpose because our organization is, has a very solid ambition in one is driving sustainable future. Uh, Second is promoting diversity, equality, and inclusion. And lastly is holding a strong ethical values, which to me it really means a lot. Being associated to this kind of organization gives me a sense of pride apart from the technical or professional development that I'm gaining across my journey. Bottom line, it triangulates back to the purpose.
So, what has been the highlight of your career, Jacob, here at JLL?
On my own personal career here, I think not only from the financial side of the technical aspects of it, but also, having the chance to expand my responsibilities, allowing me to have this sort of business contextual grounding. I was able to oversee our support teams here, a little bit of operations, and all those exposures that I gained so far really allow me to look at things at different lens, not only from financial viewpoint, uh, and somehow drive some positive changes into it, whether it's to process improvements or identification of potential automation, which ultimately will bring a positive impact to the JLL organization.
That's fantastic. And that's how we have a sea of right way, right, Jacob, at JLL.
Exactly.
I'm so
Exactly.
excited. Thank you so much, Jacob, for talking with me today, talking with all of us. It is such a pleasure to have had the opportunity to talk to you about JBS and JLL's real estate service lines there in Manila. That is very exciting for us to have the opportunity to hear about what's happening there. So, Jacob, again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Trish. It's a great pleasure speaking with you and talking about JLL businesses.